Do you actually get your clients to tell you their problems? Because we haven't actually heard anyone explaining their problems to you, it's just all through their body. So do you actually speak to the client and find out what their problems are first?
Yeah, I will tell you few slides explaining some of the problems some of my clients have had. They say they lost interest in sex. They're in a relationship for 7 years, 8 years or longer. Suddenly the woman has lost interest in sex. Initially, they were having sex every day when you first met. Suddenly the woman has lost interest in sex. So, when we find out why have they lost interest in sex, it's because they say, always man is having an orgasm, I'm not. When you have sex, always man having an orgasm. So that he feels pleasure, but the woman is not. The statistics say 67% women cannot have an orgasm during penetration. So she says, what's the point of having sex if I cannot enjoy the same as a man? So I lose interest in sex. Do something else. Yeah? Take me to a movie. Buy me some clothes. Makes me happy. Okay? Then when I ask, why is that you don't have orgasms in sex? They say, when you have sex, sex is painful. Something that should be pleasurable, how can it become painful? Okay, it could be two reasons. Because maybe the man is not a good lover, he doesn't spend time arousing her, and he goes in there too quickly. That could be a reason as well. But that's not the only reason. That's one of the reasons. Okay, for that, men can be trained, taught, or women can say, look, I like it this way, or whatever it is. But that's not the only reason. The women who are totally open in the yoni, when you go inside, yoni is painful. So, man is not the only reason for the yoni to be painful. There's another reason. Why the yoni is painful is because emotions and that stored in the yoni has manifested into physical pain. Okay? So, you saw my body massage that I did with clothes on. Okay? When I was touching the woman, you saw at one time she was feeling pain. She was even trying to take my hands off. It was painful. Okay? At some time, with the same hand, same pressure, she was laughing and giggling and happy, right? And orgasmic. And at one time, she felt ticklish. At some times, she felt nothing. She was silent. So, the body has got 4 different points, same as the yoni. The body can be extremely pleasurable and orgasmic. The yoni can be emotional, like you saw, she was crying. Yoni is the same. Yoni can be emotional. It has sadness in there. And also yoni can be painful because the emotions manifest into physical pain. That's why it's painful when you have sex. Not because of the problem with the man. The yoni itself has to, these emotions has manifest into physical pain. So when the yoni is painful, you cannot have an orgasm. Then you lose interest in sex. Okay? So, plus there are many different reasons that people come here for. Many different reasons. But these are, I would say, the fundamental problem is that emotions in the yoni. Once the emotions leave the body, the yoni, the whole body, the whole yoni, everything becomes just orgasmic. As you saw, I don't even have to touch the body to give an orgasm. Without touching, just moving the hands around the body, you can be orgasmic. What's stopping all this? Emotions and the body. Okay, so that's a little bit about the women. Let's talk about the men. What problems men have? The biggest problem men have, erectile dysfunction. They cannot have the erection when they are with a lover. That is down to an emotional problem. It's a big problem a lot of men have, and it's a problem for women as well. The other problem is premature ejaculation. They don't know how to separate the orgasm and the ejaculation. A lot of men don't know how to do that. Unless you learn the technique of separating the orgasm and the ejaculation, how can you make love to a woman? Women take 30 minutes to 1 hour to be orgasmic because they take time. Men takes only 30 seconds to 7 minutes to ejaculate. So how can a man and a woman be together? You can't. Man could never satisfy a woman that way. So the man has to learn to separate the orgasm and the ejaculation, and the woman has to learn how to make the orgasm and the ejaculation and to bring it closer. So women has to learn to be the man, man has to learn to be the woman. Women have to learn how to ejaculate and to bring this time factor, not 1 hour, but to make it 10-20 minutes. And then the man has to learn how to separate the orgasm and the ejaculation. Then you can have a good match. So plus there are many other problems men have as well, and couples. All these problems are in the little gland called prostate. Male has a prostate, female has a prostate. And once this place is addressed, you can see that you will become a very different person. In the man, you go to the anus, small gland called prostate. In the woman, you go to the Yoni, small gland called the prostate, the G spot, sacred spot. This is where all the problems are. Least research done on the body, least understanding, the most misunderstood space. The most important part of our body, probably more important than our brain even. Because this is where every decision is made. You go and buy a car, you buy a house, you buy a clothes, you decide which man you to be with or which girl you want to be with. It's all work from here, emotions. So if this is not learned and addressed, you have no chance of doing anything. You cannot reach your highest potential. Your potential is totally limited.
Yes, that makes sense.